Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your host tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We would love it if you'd come on over and get yourself signed up for tonight's quiz. This is the website to come to, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get to the website, you'll notice we're looking for some basic sign-up details from you. This includes a team name, an email address, and then there's a little drop-down menu that asks you if you are or are not a part of the league. If you're in the league, hi there, welcome back. We are well into season 57 of NYC Trivia League. If you're not a part of the league, welcome for the first time or welcome back in a casual manner. Whatever your league status may be, we want you to play with us here tonight. So please fill out those 3 items and click that button that says join game. Tonight, we are going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 topics are question and answer style rounds with 10 questions in them. And our 4th and final theme of the evening is going to be a picture round. So that means the majority of our quiz are these question and answer style rounds. And here's how it's going to work. I will ask you a question right here out loud. As I ask the question, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning that you are going to be able to see the questions as I ask them. Some of our questions tonight may have multiple choice options. The vast majority of our questions this evening are going to be short answer in their structure. It is your job to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then please click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, there's a countdown timer for all of those questions in the first 3 rounds. Keep an eye out for it. It can catch up on you, and just make sure you always click submit answers before it's too late. Let's say you have a spelling error in one of your responses. Don't worry about it. I am able to see what you put as your responses, and I'll make sure that if I can tell you know the answer, but there's just something a little bit off about it, that you get the points that you deserve to get. Welcome. If you're just joining us, hi, I'm Meredith. I am going to be your trivia host this evening. Get yourself signed up for tonight's game by coming to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. We're looking for a team name, an email address, and a league status on that sign up page. Click that button that says join game when you're ready. Our 4th and final theme of the evening is going to be a picture round. Due to the nature of it being a picture round, it is structured a little bit differently than our first 3 categories of the evening, and I'm going to walk you through the details of that when we get to that point of the game. Before we dive into round number 1, I do have 2 rules, just 2 for the game. Rule number 1, our most important rule, don't cheat. There's no cheating in trivia. Don't look the answers up. I know you can do that. That is not the point of what we're doing here tonight. Use your brains, not the internet. Rule number 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. Always a pleasure hearing from you all in the chat, so keep the comments coming. Talk to me. Talk to each other. Just refrain from spoiling things for others by giving away the answers. We're going to dive into our first round of the game in just a moment here. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Enter in a team name and email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. We are into our, let's see here. Oh, that's the schedule. That's not what I want. I want this slide about our standings. It's week 9 of season 57. And thus far in the season, holding on to the top spot, we've got 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. And rounding out the 10th spot, we've got Jive Turkeys. It's a very close season here. Just 2 points separating first and second place. Anything could happen in our next couple of weeks of play. And you can see a full list of the standings by heading to this website, nyctrivialeague.com/standings. Go see what is up. Well done to our top 10 teams thus far. We're going to dive into round number 1 in just a moment here. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com and you will be joining these, 49 illustrious trivia teams from our first sign up this evening and most evenings, the Helsinki Syndrome. Welcome to the game. Down to our most recent team to sign up, Baby Sis. Hello to both of those teams and every team in between. Best of luck on tonight's quiz. Let's do it. Let's dive into round number 1. Our first category of the evening, we are talking all about, here it comes, drum roll please. Round 1 is about desserts, specifically desserts as featured in movies and TV. Desserts of movies and TV. Round 1, question number 1. What character on Friends accidentally makes half an English trifle and half a shepherd's pie when in charge of Thanksgiving dessert? You heard it. Dante is here. He's talking. Someone's walking through the hallway. Yeah, he's over there. Okay, I've got an answer for number 1, as portrayed by Jennifer Aniston. It's Rachel. Rachel Green. Rachel Green makes that trifle that tastes like feet. Question number 2. In what film does John Travolta's character ask Mia for a sip of her $5 milkshake because he needs to know what it tastes like, even though it doesn't have bourbon or anything else in it but milk and ice cream? Team 578, that is hilarious. Tracking my bangs. Look, I mean, they're kind of long right now. Next week, you're going to see them. I'm going to get impatient and chop them on my own, and I'll look like a child. We'll see. If you want to put together a time lapse, I'd like to see it. This movie with John Travolta taking a sip of that milkshake of Mia's, it's Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction, your correct answer for number 2. Our third question of the game. An actual Lard Lad Donuts can be found in both Universal Studios Hollywood and Orlando, a shop inspired by what television show? Thank you so much for asking where you can find my weekly hint. It hasn't come up just yet in the game, but I can share this with you just to be helpful. And you all are so great in the chat. Thank you for helping one another. Let's see an answer for this one. It's The Simpsons, of course, Lard Lad Donuts of The Simpsons. And for this one, though only 96% of you got it right, every single team who submitted a correct answer. We're going to call it a social. Well done. It's a social. My graphic is late, but my audio was right on time. Hopefully everyone's audio is nice and clear here this evening. Our next question, number 4. In the film Elf, Buddy states that all elves try to stick to 4 food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corns, and what? In the movie Elf, Buddy the elf says that the 4 main food groups of elves are candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup. Syrup. Maple syrup, acceptable as well, of course. And you likely noticed that the star of the movie Elf is a longtime cast member of a show that happens to be our theme this season. You have just been
It's Saturday Night Live!
SNL'd. It happened. Our next question in round number 1, we're talking desserts of movies and TV. Question 5, Sophie Turner has said that Game of Thrones fans have sent her what kind of dessert in the past because of the running joke that Sansa Stark is obsessed with them. Before I start the timer, please be specific in your response, meaning I'm looking for a flavor plus the dessert in order for you to get the point. Here comes your timer. I've got an answer for you all for number 5. It was definitely our toughest question of the quiz thus far. Sansa Stark, that dessert that she was obsessed with, apparently, they're lemon cakes. Lemon cakes. 25% of you got it right. I think it deserves one of these. It was tough, but to those 25% of you who got it right, let's give you a happier sound effect. Question number 6. What character from the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory offers a cash reward to each of the children who found golden tickets in exchange for a sample of an everlasting gobstopper? Name that character. Yes, it is a creepy guy who follows them, but he does have a name, which several teams knew exactly what his name is. It's Slugworth. The Slugworth is that creep. Don't worry, he actually works for Willy Wonka. It's not so bad. Spoiler to a movie from 1971. 43% of you got that one right. Question number 7. Hosted by Alistair Cookie instead of Alistair Cook, like on Masterpiece Theater. Monsterpiece Theater is a recurring parody segment on what long-running television show? Alistair Cookie, as portrayed by Cookie Monster. It is a segment from Sesame Street. Sesame Street, your correct answer there. And taking it back to a couple seasons ago for our theme, you have just been Muppeted. It's happened. So glad to welcome back those Muppets. So colorful. Let's have more Muppets in our lives, please. Our next question in this round, number 8. Often considered one of the greatest improvised lines of all time, is what 6-word phrase uttered by Richard Castellano in The Godfather after the car pulls over so he can take a leak? For this one, folks, we're looking for 6 words. Make sure your answer has 6 words and that they're in the correct order. So many variations here, and because I did ask you to be specific, I'm only accepting the ones that have the exact right words in the exact right order. Spelling, correct words, important. It's leave the gun, take the cannoli. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. A lot of you skirting around that one. 2 more questions. Here is number 9. On what six-season TV sitcom do Max and Caroline, who work and live together, try to combine their savings so they can one day open a cupcake business together? Max and Caroline are the names of the 2 main characters on Two Broke Girls. Two Broke Girls, your correct response for number 9. And our final question of round number 1. The Broadway musical Waitress from Sarah Bareilles was adapted from the 2007 film of the same name, starring what Cocaine Bear actress as Jenna Hunterson, the inventive pie maker? Cocaine Bear actress. Maybe you know her better as the Americans actress, Felicity actress. It's Carrie Russell. Carrie Russell starred in the movie Waitress. That brings us to the end of our first round of the quiz. Let's check in with our top teams. One round into the game, we've got a tie here in fifth place with 9 points each between February Gravy 9th. We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, 22, and 69. Jackass Incorporated. And then we've got a four-way tie for the lead right now. These teams have perfect scores, 10 out of a possible 10 points. Team Cockroach, the next Cyber Nation. Team Cockroach pieced it together, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Stick around after our quiz this evening because the movie quiz is happening tonight. It's a Leap Day themed movie quiz this evening, and you can join that game by heading to play.themoviequiz.com as soon as we wrap up here this evening. So over there at 9 o'clock, it's a ton of fun. Hope you check it out. And we will be back 1 week from today here. That date is wrong. It's going to be March next week. What in the world? I didn't fix it, I guess. But it's the 6th, I want to say, next Wednesday. Not the 28th. That's today. But then the following week is the King's Cup right here. 3 days after the Oscars, you'll see us Wednesday, the 13th of March. We're going to be celebrating season 57, capping it off with a championship. More details to come about that next week. So keep your eyes peeled for an email breaking it down for you. Let's get into our second round of the evening. Round 2 tonight is in the category of them's fightin' words. Round 2. Question 1. Perhaps most famous for playing Letty in the Fast and Furious film franchise, what actress got her big break playing a teenager who trains to become a boxer in the 2000 indie film Girl Fight? This quiz so far has been movie and TV heavy, but don't worry, we're moving away from that any moment here. Or if you like it, definitely play the movie quiz this evening. It's Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez. Question number 2. Omni-Man, voiced by J.K. Simmons, violently pummels his son Mark Grayson in the season 1 finale of what animated series that debuted in 2021? Here's another TV question. I lied to you. Easing you all into this round with a movie question, a TV question. Don't want you to get whiplash from the desserts of movies and TV. We gotta transition here, everybody. The correct answer, that show that features J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man. It's on Amazon Prime. It's Invincible. Invincible is your correct response for number 2. Question number 3. You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party is the 4th single off of what 1986 debut studio album by the Beastie Boys? The album title is very similar to the title of a James Bond movie that was released 3 years later. Perhaps I was telling a subconscious J.K. Simmons whiplash joke there. I didn't know, but I did it. Our correct answer for number 3, that Beastie Boys album is Licensed to Ill. Licensed to Ill. Of course, the James Bond movie to come is License to Kill. Our 4th question in this Them's Fightin' Words themed round. Boomer Sooner is the name of the college fight song for what university based in the city of Norman? This university plays the annual Red River Rivalry football game against the University of Texas. Boomer Sooner sounds like something you'd say to, if you're impatient, to a 70-year-old, but actually it's the fight song for University of Oklahoma. OU, 77% of you got that one correct. Our next question in this round, number 5. A Fighting Chance is the 2014 memoir of what U.S. senator who has served in the Senate for Massachusetts since 2013? A Fighting Chance, a 2014 memoir written by Elizabeth Warren is your correct response for number 5. On to our 6th question in round number 2. The gunfight at the OK Corral was a short but notable conflict between lawmen and outlaws on October 26th, 1881, in what ominous sounding Arizona city? The gunfight at the OK Corral fought in Tombstone, Arizona. Tombstone, your correct response for number 6, as depicted in the movie Tombstone. Our next question, number 7. Super Smash Bros. Is a Nintendo fighting game franchise that has released multiple installments, including Ultimate, Brawl, and a 2001 title with what French word used to describe a fight among several combatants? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Brawl, and Melee. Melee is the French word in question. 87% of you got that one right. And hopefully you follow me on Instagram and saw that this one was my hint of the night. Follow me. I'll help you out at Trivia Meredith. I give one hint away every single week. Your next one coming up a week from today. Keep an eye out to see what happens next Wednesday. Our 8th question in this round, the Siamese fighting fish is a freshwater fish that is commonly referred to by what genus name? A homophone for a Greek letter, though spelled differently. No joke, they are fighting fish. They will murder other fish, keep them separate. When I was a kid, I had one named Ren and one named Stimpy. They had their own bowls. They're betas. Beta fish is your correct answer for number 8. Our 9th question in this round. In what 1965 book does the protagonist Paul take on James in a ritualistic knife fight to prove his manhood amongst the freemen? That 1965 book by Frank Herbert with a movie sequel out now. It's Dune. Dune, your correct answer for number 9. 62% of you got that one right. Our final question in round 2, them's fighting words. A group chat that went viral on the internet led to a gathering of nearly 1,000 people in Lincoln, Nebraska in April 2021 to spectate a fight of at least 50 people with what in common? Were they all redheads? Were they all named Josh? Were they all accordion players? Or were they all dressed as Bruce Lee? I wouldn't be surprised if similar meetups have happened for the groups who don't happen to be the answer for this question. But in this instance, they were all named Josh. A bunch of Joshes coming together, about 1,000 of them. In the end, a 4-year-old named Josh Vincent Jr. won. You won the fight, whatever that might mean. That brings us to the end of round number 2. We are halfway through the quiz. Let's check in with our top teams. 2 rounds in, tied in 4th right now with 19 points. February gravy 9th. We drink and we know things 12, 17, 22, and 69. And 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. And we've got a 3-way tie for the lead right now. Perfect scores thus far, 20 for 20. Team Cockroach and Team Cockroach, the next Cyber Nation, as well as Pieced It Together. Round 3 coming at us in just a moment. But of course, in season 57, we've introduced a new segment that we're calling
Getting to Know You, getting to know all about you.
Every week this season, we are highlighting, spotlighting a team out there or a particular team member. If you haven't submitted yet, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please reach out to me with this information: your team name, your name, where are you playing from, what do you do? What's your favorite trivia topic? 3 fun facts about you, and then stump us with your very own trivia question. This week, I am excited to introduce you all via Spotlight to the wonderful Jive Turkeys. It's Matthew of the Jive Turkeys. Matthew, aka Matt, aka Dr. Maddie, aka my dad. Hello. Matthew is based out of Sylvania, Ohio. The team Jive Turkeys, though, consists of players coming in from Dearborn, Macomb County, Michigan, as well as San Diego, Los Angeles, and Burbank, California, Jackson, Mississippi, Boise, Idaho, and Scottsdale, Arizona. Many of the players on this team are my relatives. Hello, thank you for playing with us. And they have been playing with us since March of 2020. They take NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America as serious fun. They have yet to win a game, though they have placed in the top 10 many times. And right now, they're in the top 10 in this league season. Well done. You're killing it. They're big Dante fans. Hopefully we can get him on camera tonight. And my dad even says, Dante is my grand dog, which is very nice. Thank you. Occupation. Matthew works as an orofacial pain specialist, caring for patients who suffer from jaw, face pain, and sleep disorders. Favorite trivia topics include American and European history, medical science, and geography. Some fun facts: Matthew is a passionate bike rider, having ridden 2,100 miles last year along with his wife, Bridget. Hi, Mom. And it's an activity they like to do together. We did together, as well as with Peter, a 350-mile-long bike tour of the Finger Lakes last summer. And Matthew is also an avid golfer, which brings us to his bonus question here today. This bonus question, not worth any points, but let's see if you happen to know this thing that he wants to ask you about. The Battle of Culloden took place near a famous golf course in Scotland, which shares a name with a renowned golf club in Toledo, Ohio. What is the name of that golf course? So let's see if you know. Good luck. Rosemary, that is a real Oscar. He did not win it. It is at the Paramount Backlot Tour. I believe it's the Best Picture Oscar for the original War of the Worlds movie. But yeah, there it is. It's real. Let's see how you did. Starting that timer, everybody. 4 teams have come up with the correct answer here, and 1 team called you a Nepo dad. Don't worry, I don't give them any favorable treatment here. If anything, I'm like, no, I'm not giving you that point. Let's see. That Scottish golf course that shares a name with a golf club in Toledo, Ohio is called Inverness. Inverness Club is your correct answer. 8% of you got it right, which is 4 teams here this evening. Not worth any points, but thank you for participating. And thank you so much, Dad, for filling this out here tonight. Hope to hear from others of you for next week. Send your info to Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com. Let's get into our third category of the evening. Round 3 tonight is in the topic of over the moon. Over the moon. 10 questions in this round. Here is round 3. Question number 1. Observed by Galileo in the early 17th century, the Galilean moons are the 4 largest moons of what planet in our solar system? The Galilean moons are the 4 largest moons of Jupiter, is your answer for number 1. Question number 2. Joel Kinnaman stars as astronaut Ed Baldwin on what Apple TV Plus series that is set in a universe where the Soviets are the first to land a person on the moon? It is not Ted Lasso in space. This show, it's really good. I recommend it. Clever premise. It's exciting. It's called For All Mankind. For All Mankind is your correct response for number 2. Our third question in this round, dedicated in 1802 to his pupil Countess Giulietta Giacardi, one of Beethoven's most famous works is most notably referred to as Moonlight what? A musical format for piano whose name is Italian for sounded. That musical format for piano is better known as a sonata, Moonlight Sonata. 91% of you got it right. So close to a social. Our fourth question in this round, Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon played from 1984 to 1993 for the Oilers, which were based in what city at the time? The team moved to Nashville in 1997 and was briefly known as the Tennessee Oilers. Prior to being in Tennessee, they were in Houston, Texas. Makes sense, tying in with that moon theme there, Houston. Our next question, number 5. The 1868 novel The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins is considered by many to have set the standard for what genre of literature? Is it detective novel, romance novel, Western novel, or dystopian novel? I've got an answer for you all. That book, The Moonstone, is considered to be a seminal work in the detective novel genre. Our next question, number 6. South Korean diplomat Ban Ki-moon held what hyphenated title at the United Nations from 2007 to 2016, serving as the chief administrative officer of the UN? That hyphenated title held by Ban Ki-moon was Secretary General, Secretary General of the United Nations. 66% of you got that one right. We've got 4 more questions in this round, then we're moving into our final category of the evening, the picture round. Here is question number 7. Launched by SpaceX Falcon 9, launched by a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, was what Intuitive Machines lunar lander, named for a legendary Greek king of Ithaca, which landed on the moon's surface February 22nd, 2024. Name that legendary Greek king of Ithaca. That lunar lander, it's on the moon right now. I think it may be tipped over, but it's still taking some pictures. It is called Odysseus. Odysseus is your correct response for number 7. Question number 8. Moons Over My Hammy is a signature sandwich of ham, cheese, and scrambled eggs served at what restaurant chain founded in the 1950s that currently has over 1,600 locations? I haven't been to Denny's is your answer. I haven't been there in a while. I wonder if all of their menu items are punny like this. Moons Over My Hammy from Denny's. Denny's, your answer for number 8. 75% of you got that one right. Our next question in this round, number 9. In the card game Hearts, shooting the moon is a strategy by which a player in one round collects all 13 hearts along with what other card, resulting in all other players being penalized 26 points. Please note, in order to get a point, you must put the card and the suit in your answer. I got an answer for you all. That card is the Queen of Spades. The Queen of Spades, your correct response for number 9. How'd you do? You did quite well, with 58% of you getting that one right. Our final question in this round, both the book and the film, Killers of the Flower Moon, centered on a series of murders of members of what Native American nation in Oklahoma's largest county by area? Oklahoma's largest county by area is Osage County. Osage, your correct response for number 10. Let's see how you did. Check in with our standings as we head into our final round of the night. The picture round coming your way. 60% of you got that last one right. Right now, we've got a tie in third place with 28 points each between We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69. Swearwolves, Jackash Incorporated, Hans Still Solo, Team Cockroach, and the Helsinki Syndrome, and tied for the lead right now with 29 points each. No perfect scores at this point in the game. I like to see it. We've got Pieced It Together and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Our final category of the evening, the picture round tonight, is all about people turning 30 in 2024. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of individuals who are turning 30 years old this year. It is your job to name the person based on the picture that you see. Underneath the 10 images are 10 numbered blanks. Please put the people in the correct order. You've got 5 minutes to work on this round, after which we will come back together, go over the correct answers, and then move on to the tiebreaker question to close out tonight's game. Here we go, everybody. You've got 5 minutes on the clock to name these people turning 30 in 2024. Oh, hey there, everybody. I hope it's going well thus far. You can identify these people who are turning 30 in 2024. It does say big box stores at the top of your round. If you played last week, you know that's just because we forgot to delete that. But they're not big box stores, they're people. Name the person who's turning 30 this year, and we'll be back together in just a couple of minutes here to find out how you did. Good luck. Look out, everybody. Starting that countdown timer. Make sure you click submit answers if you haven't done so already. Some responses coming your way in just a moment. Shout out to the one team leaning hard into the fact that it says big box stores and just putting a big box store when they don't know the answer. Your correct answers here. Image number 1, that is Harry Styles turning 30 this year. Also, we've got Dakota Fanning for number 2. Image number 3 is Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. Image number 4, a wide variety of spellings. I wish you all could see how many different spellings I've got. It's Saoirse Ronan for number 4. Image number 5, yes, it is Leah Thompson's daughter. Her name, Zoe Deutsch. Zoe Deutsch is your correct response there. Image number 6, that's Bad Bunny. Image number 7 is Halsey. Image number 8 is Phoebe Bridgers. Number 9, yes, it is Andy McDowell's daughter. It is Margaret Qualley. And image number 10 is Julia Garner. Julia Garner, our final image here. Let's see how you did. We're moving into our tiebreaker question to close out tonight's game. Here we go, revealing your responses. Ooh. The tiebreaker, as per usual, is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to the tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. So that means you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you end up as part of a tie and you're in the top 15 or so teams here this evening, you will see the results of the tiebreaker over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. Stay tuned for that. Here's the question tonight, your tiebreaker. Give us your best guess. Julia Garner portrayed Ruth on the Netflix series Ozark. How many total Primetime and Creative Arts Emmy Award nominations did Ozark receive in its run? Don't Google it. I know you can. Don't do that. Guess. Reminder, everybody, the movie quiz is coming up in just a moment here. Stick around and get signed up for the quiz by going to play.themoviequiz.com. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is Leap Day themed. We'll find out what that means momentarily here. Also, come back next week. I fixed the date, everyone. We'll be back 1 week from today. That is March 6th, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Your answer for the tiebreaker tonight: how many Primetime and Creative Arts Emmy Award nominations did Ozark receive in its run? Your answer there is 45. 45 Emmy nominations. No one got it right. I appreciate that. That's what I'm looking for here. Just guess. We'll be back 1 week from today. Let's head on over to the winner's circle and see what happened here tonight, finishing up this evening's quiz in a tie. For 17th place with 32 points, we've got Butts, Chi-Chi's Forever, Team Cockroach, and the question marks, as well as Team 578. In 13th place tonight, we have a tie with 33 points each between February Gravy 9th, The Rubber Yolks, Winning Wheel of Death, and Team 578. Tied in 11th with 34 points, Swearwolves and Jackass Incorporated. In 10th with 35, We Drink and We Know Things 22. Tied in 4th with 36, We Drink and We Know Things 12. We Drink and We Know Things 17. We Drink and We Know Things 69. And second time, UWU. Also tied in 4th with 36 points, Piece It Together and the Quizlamic State. In 3rd with 37, the Helsinki Syndrome. In 2nd with 38, Han still solo. And in the lead this evening, we've got a true winner. That doesn't happen often. With 39 out of a possible 40 points. Congratulations go to 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Thank you all so much for playing. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Stick around for the movie quiz. Thank you to Peter and the rest of our writing team for helping to put together the quiz this evening. Thank you to Cullen for making all of this possible. And thank you to Murr and the rest of the Rizzio team for creating the software that you all played the game on tonight. See you 1 week from now. Enjoy Leap Day trivia and hopefully your Leap Day as well. Good night, everybody.